push through bar, purple, red, dowel. We're using everything today for the workout. So we'll go ahead and get started. We're gonna start on our mats with our series 5 abs. So we're gonna come down low. All the way, we're first gonna start with singles. So I'm gonna grab in with my shin, push out with the other. In and push, in and push. Keeping my shoulders up, grabbing my shins, flexing my feet in and in. Good, here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest the head. We're gonna take the hands, placing them underneath the glutes, flexing the feet. We're gonna lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good, big deep breath in as you lift, and exhale out as you lower. Good. Here we go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, double leg stretch. You're gonna come all the way up, pointing the toes, and switch, and switch. Good, switch, and switch. Grabbing right above that ankle if you can. Here's 10, 9, good, 8, 7, 6, rounding elbows, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Bringing the knees all the way in, extending up and in. Extend. Flexing those toes. Here we go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Next up, we have our crisscrosses. So taking elbow to knee, cross and cross, cross. Flexing my feet and cross. Lifting up through the upper body. Adding some speed. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Okay, with our purple springs, they're going to be right here on our normal setting. We're going to come all the way down on our right sides. You're going to take the spring, placing it right in the arch of that foot. We're coming all the way down, leaning in on that right arm elbow. We lift and lower, lift and lower. Good, lift and lower. You're thinking about opening and closing that spring. As my feet are flexed, I'm up and down, up and down. Good, here we go. Lift and lower. We're gonna do 4 more here. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna hold at the top and pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Good. Small pulses, keeping that bottom leg down and straight. And now we hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right back down and up. Down and up. The further you are away from your springboard machine, the more tension will be on the spring, which makes the exercise harder. The closer you are in, a little bit easier. Lift and lower. Good. Lift. Working those obliques. And let's pulse at the top here. Pulse, pulse, pulse. And hold. Good, last round, we're up and down, up and down. Open and close, nice and easy. You want to see that spring open, coils opening as we push that leg up and down. And let's pulse. Perfect, and we hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna come down. You can come onto your, the side of your body if you would like, holding on to that foot bar at the top. That's also an option. If not, you're on your elbow. We're coming forward to back, forward to back. My bottom leg is swung to 45 degrees and back. And back. Right here, we're targeting that lower glute as we push the leg back and up. You should feel both legs working, both the bottom and the top. Okay, we're gonna come back and little baby pulses. Little, little, little. My foot is still swung to about 45 degrees. Both feet are flexed. Keep that breathing going and hold. For 4, 3, 2, 1. We swing it back up to the front and side. Good. Up and back. Up and back. Up and back. Good. And let's come back and pulse. Nice and easy. Pulsing that leg, working that glute on both the leg on the bottom as well as that leg on top. And we go and go. And let's hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, we're forward and back. Forward and back. Good. Forward and back. Forward and back. Getting that whole stretch in the back leg on that glute. The obliques are heating up. And then we go ahead and pulse. Last time here. Leg is still swung to 45 degrees. Squeezing in that core. Let's hold. Good, and we come in. Last one here for the series. We're coming in and push. Drawing that knee all the way into your body, pushing it back. In and push. In and push. It's like you're on a spring. In, push. Leg is still bent, 45-degree angle. We push and push. Good. Here we go. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold it out in little baby kicks. You're tapping something in front of you, getting whatever it is out of the way. Tap, tap, tap. Good. And hold it straight. My bottom leg is working as my oblique comes in to draw that knee and back out. In and out. Good. In and out. The option is there to be on your side, holding the foot bar if you need to. We're going to start to feel that glute. Let's come all the way out now and pulse. Kick what's in front of you, driving with the heel. And hold. Last time, we draw the knee in and out. Crunch the knee in, push it out. Crunch and push. Good. Crunch and push. Crunch and push. Foot is flexed. Activating that calf. And let's hold it out there, driving with the heel, little baby pulses. Drive, drive, drive. Nice and strong, and hold. Here we go, we're in and back, in and back. And now pulse. Kick out what's in front of you. And hold. Excellent. Let's go ahead and take off our purple spring on that left foot, placing it down. We're going to come facing forward on the mat. You're going to grab the push-through bar in back of you. So I'm coming all the way down, grabbing onto that push-through bar. I'm going to cross my ankles, pointing my feet. We're going to do 25 reverse crunches. So you're in line with those numbers right above me. I'm looking at, 4, 5, 6, 7, right there. Crossing the ankle and up and down. Good. Up and down. Up and down. Here's 3. Good. Keep going. Nice and strong. Cross those ankles. That's 12. 15. 6 more to go. Nice and strong. 6. Good. 5. And 4. 3. 2. And 1. And rest. All right. Let's go over on the opposite side to start our same single leg series. So I'm grabbing that spring from behind me onto my front foot or that top leg, right in the arch, coming down low. You start to feel a little bit of soreness in that glute from our last set. Swinging that bottom leg to 45 degrees, flexing the feet. We're up and down. Good, keep that breath working. Inhale as you let that spring come up to the ceiling. Exhale as you release it down. Here we go, big breath in. Staying nice and still. Squeezing those abdominals. Flexing those feet. Let's hold it at the top and pulse. After this, we're going to head up for some upper body, mixed with some more lower. And hold. Good. Isolate that muscle. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thigh. We come down and up. Again, we're opening and closing that spring. Movements are not super fast, they're slow. Targeting those small muscles down the whole leg. Working our way up to the glute, the oblique. Good, here we go. We pulse and pulse. Good, pulse. Pulse that leg, nice and strong. And hold. We have one more round after this. Here we go. We're down and up. Good. Down and up. Down and up. Watch that spring. Keep that foot flexed. Driving that bottom leg into the mat. Four more before we pulse. Here's 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. We pulse up high last time. Here we go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Here's 1. Hold it up high. Squeeze that glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Good. And we're going to take that spring. Now we're going to come onto that forearm if you would like. If you want to hold that foot bar right and back if you can. We're down. Swinging forward, pushing through. Swinging forward and push. You want to drive that back foot into the side wall here. Push and pull. My bottom leg is stable, swung to 45 degrees as I'm pushing that leg all the way back. You start to feel your quad, that glute, hamstrings. Let's take it back and pulse. You want to take it back far enough where you feel a stretch to the back side of that leg. Squeeze and hold. Here we go, holding for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We come forward and back. Foot comes over by the face, back to the wall, and front and back. Good, nice and easy. Front and back. Front to back, good. Front to back. We have 4 more, then we'll pulse. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that foot all the way back, pulse that leg, feel the spring, building that tension on the leg. And let's hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round, we're forward and back. Good. Squeezing that bar if you're holding on to it. Feeling those obliques shifting in the body. Keeping that breath. Inhale in. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Nice and big. In through that nose. Last time, we're at the back side. We're pulsing that leg. Feeling that glute. Here's 6, 5, 4, and 3. We hold. Here's 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Here. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center here. We're going to go ahead and take that knee. Leg is still swung to 45 degrees for the bottom. Knee comes up. We push out. We're up and push. Up and push. We're kicking whatever's in front of us. That glute is working all on that underside. Good. Up and push. We're going to hold that foot out in little baby kicks. Driving that heel through. Pushing whatever's in front of us. Push, 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 and out and squeeze. By now you're feeling that tension running up the whole backside here. We're pulling in and out. This is our next round. Here we go. And push. Like we're walking up one stair. Hold that leg out and push. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We squeeze and hold. Squeeze. Flex those feet. Last time here, we drive in and out. As you bring that knee into the chest, we're crushing the tummy. Good. Little baby crunch here. Adding in those abdominals. Abdominal side crunch. We have 6 more here, and then we'll pulse. Let's hear 6, 5, 4, good. 3, 2, 1. We pulse. Kick and kick. Start to feel that calf. And now we hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that spring all the way up. All right. Let's come onto our feet. Keeping that yellow spring on number 9. And we're going to squeeze and squat. Driving that bar all the way to the chest and up. Up and up. Good. The further you are away from the bar, the more tension it will be on the glutes. Up and down. Good. Up and down. Nice and easy. Looking right at those numbers ahead of you. Keeping shoulders low. Now we're going to come nice and low, and we're going to pulse in the squat and pulse the arms. So we're pulling a little bit with that bar in the chest as we're pulsing the glutes. And now squeeze everything together. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're right back up. Squat right back down. Draw the bar in and out. Big pushes in and out. Squeezing those glutes at the top. Chest is high. Lateral, pulling that bar in. Squeezing the upper back. Let's come all the way down, pulse that bar, pulse the glutes. You can see my elbows are slightly pushing towards that back wall. Now we hold and squeeze for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One last round. Here we go. We're down and up. Stay strong. You have 6 more here. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're down low. We're pulsing. Pulse, little baby pushes. Feeling that shake. Let's squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. We're going to come inside of our bar now. Hands are on the outer grips. coming forward, feet are stable. I'm pushing and pulling in. Squeezing that core, looking right ahead of me. My fingers are nice and loose, I'm not squeezing that bar. Feeling those springs up against my upper body. Tightening the lower. In and out. Let's take that bar now, little baby pulses. So we're gonna little push that bar. Push, push. And hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're in, we're out. We're in, we're out. Good. In and out, in and out. Squeezing that chest. The roundness of the shoulders is going to start to kick in. Feeling a little burning sensation there. Let's pulse. Bar comes out. Little baby presses. Control that breathing. Squeeze that core. And let's hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. You have one more round. Bar comes into that chest. We push forward. Into the chest and forward. Good. In and out. In and out. Nice and strong. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. We hold it out and pulse. And pulse. 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 Good. 6, 5, 4. We hold in 3, 2, 1. Hold out and squeeze. Last time here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We rest. Okay. Yellow's still in the same spring that they have been on. We're going to grab with one hand in the middle. We're going to come all the way out to the side. Big step forward. Leaning in first on that left leg. We lunge. Drive the knee up. Lunge. Drive the knee up. Good. Lunge. Drive the knee up. Staying solid in that core. Let's do 4 more. We're down for 4. Good. Here's 3, 2, and 1. We're going to walk it all the way in onto our knees, outer hand grip on that bar. We tricep extend. We push and pull. Good. Push and pull. Push and pull. Squeezing those elbows into the body, pushing down. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to come all the way forward. Other side, leaning in on that right leg, holding the bar with one arm. I come down low and drive the leg up. I'm down and up. Good. Down and up. Pointing that toe as I drive it into my lower abdominal. Three more to go. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to come in. We're going to take that bar. We're going to curl bicep and out. Bicep. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Here's 4, 3, 2, and decide. Same thing here. We're lunging and drive. Lunge and drive. Lunge and drive. That's 3. Here's 4, 5. Last one. 6. We're up. We're coming down onto those knees. Tricep extension down and up. Pushing that bar down. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. We come stand tall. Same thing, other side. Leading with the right leg this time. I lean into that right hip and up. I'm down and up. Good, that's 2. Here's 3. 3 more to go. 4, 5, and 6. I come in. Outer side of my downward being grabbed. I bicep curl, keeping my arms low. Curl the weight in. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last round. We take our left foot. We're coming all the way out. One hand on the wood. We squat and up. Point that standing toe and up. Good. Keep going. 4 more to go. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time, tricep extensions. We're all the way down. Outer hand on that dowel. Taking the bar and press and in. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take that bar, leading with the right foot. We squat low and up, low and up. Good. We have 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna do one more. So I don't know if the first one's fine. Or let's do one more. Okay. Taking that dowel, let me do the intro maybe again. We're gonna go ahead and take our dowel, walking all the way out, lean in on the left and up, down and up. 6 more to go. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We come all the way in onto those knees, tricep extensions. We push and pull. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back up, standing tall. Hand goes inside that wooden dowel, leaning with the right foot. I step out, I lean in, squeezing the abdominals in as I load all my weight on that right glute. Pulling with that arm, building some tension. Let's go for 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. We stand tall, outer hand grip on the dowel, bicep curl, all the way in and out. 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and move our yellows from number 9 onto number 11. We're going to go ahead and take the red spring off of number 10, moving it to number 9. Or it should look like that. I'm going to go ahead and take my push through bar from the bottom, pulling it all the way up, sending my purple springs in back, catching my red spring onto my push through bar. So they're out of the way, reds are on number 9, push through bar is added, purples are underneath the wooden dowel. We're going to come forward and first start with our arabesque. So you're going to be taking one leg and driving it all the way back. We'll start with our left leg planted, right leg will be arabesquing. So we're facing forward, hands are at both sides of the bar, pointing that standing toe. We're going to come pointing that moving foot. We're going to come all the way down, push, and bring the leg up. Way up, extend that leg, and in. Drive that knee up as we push down. Drive and push. Drive and push. Point the foot, extend it up. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to stay in this position here. Standing leg is slightly bent. I'm going to squat and up. Squat and up. Single leg squat. Down and up. Bar is coming up and down with me. Now I'm going to hold it low and squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 4, 3, 2, 1. Right back up. Arabesque and push. Actually, I think we're going to have something else. We're holding it low and squeezing. We're going to go ahead and pulse that upper foot for pulse. Pulse. Good. Here we go. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arabesque. We pull up. You should feel a lot of fatigue in that standing leg. We're pushing down and up. Down and up. Squeeze that core. Three more. Here's 3, 2, and 1. We're down low. We squat here, up and down, up and down. Here's 4. Good. Keep going. Here's 2, and 1. Stay low and hold. Let's start to pulse that leg around. Go, pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Good. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Our best. Last time we come up and push, up and push. Good. Up and push. Extending that leg out. We push and pull. 3 more. Here's 3, 2, 1. Stay low. We squat and up. Good. Squat and up. Squatting in that standing leg. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay low. We pulse and pulse and pulse. Good. Here's your 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, and 1. We're up. Okay. Feel some burning on that glute. We're going to go ahead, start with the other leg. We're going to push down and up, down and up. Good. Down and up, down and up. Standing leg is slightly bent. Let's come all the way down. Squat with that leg as you push the bar in. Pointing that back leg. And we hold. We pulse the leg around. No, we hold. Squeezing that leg. Let's start to pulse here. No, it is pulse first. Let's pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze. We're back up, our best. Push through and forward, in and forward. Good. In, forward, in, forward. Here's 3, 2, and 1. We hold it back. We pulse. Keep that standing leg bent. And hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're up. Last time. Here we go. We push through and up, through and up. Good. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We hold it back out. Let's go ahead and pulse. Good. And hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Want to grab a drink? Great time to do so. We're transitioning back down to the floor. Springs stay the same. Everything's gonna look fine. We're gonna come onto the floor for our side mermaid. So I'm on my knees. This is also kind of gonna work as you would have a glute workout because you're bending. So as we load up, we're gonna squeeze the glutes together. As we load down, we're pushing them out. So all the weight is coming from our quads, moving us up and down. Okay. Both hands are on the bar. Not too spread apart, kind of just comfortable position. Doesn't matter if they're close or far. We're gonna come all the way. We're gonna do 6 on each side, then hold a stretch. So I'm gonna push that bar all the way into the board and up. So facing forward, slight angle, I push down and up. We have 3 more. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Push all the way down, big stretch here. We'll do 6 more. We're up and down. Good. Up and down. 3 more. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Hold that stretch. One more round to go of 6. We're up for 6 and push. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's press. Let's transition to that other side. We're gonna come all the way around, so now I'm facing the opposite side. Hands are differently on top, so again, a kind of a comfortable position on that bar. I'm pushing through my quads, squeezing my glutes at the top. Okay, we're holding onto the bar. Now for 6, 5, here's 4, 3, squeeze that core, 2, and 1. Let's stretch and hold. That completes our first round. 6 more to go. We're up for 6. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We stretch. Push those glutes all the way to the back wall. Big twist. Big twist in that whole right side of the body as you push that bar forward. Last round of 6. Here we go. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's press all the way down. Big stretch here. And we'll come up. Okay, forward. Toes are flexed, pointing the front of the room. As I lay back, you're going to envision all of the numbers behind you. So all the way up, squeezing the core together, a roll up. Here's 6. Roll down, push the bar in. One more, and up. Next one, we're gonna alternate the legs. So here we go. We're gonna push, we're gonna start with the left leg. We roll and down, push back in. Roll and down, roll. Going nice and strong, control that breath. This is all of the abs right here. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest, push that bar in, arms are straight. Next one, both legs are going to come up as our body rolls up. So those toes are relaxed. Here we go. We roll up and crunch. Up and crunch. That's 3. 4 more. Here's 4. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Push those arms in. Okay. Last exercise here. We're going to come all the way up, legs and arms. We're going to drop our legs 3 times. Drop the arms the same amount. So here we go. We're coming up. Drop those legs for 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs up high. Drop the arms. 3, 2, 1. Relax back down. That's 1 out of 6. Here we go. We come up. Drop the legs. 3, 2, 1. Here go the arms. 3, 2, and 1. We roll back down. You got 4 more to go. We can do all the way up. Drop the legs. 3, 2, 1. Drop the arms for 3, 2, and 1. 3 more sets. Let's come all the way up. Drop the legs for 3, 2, 1. Drop those arms. 3, 2, and 1. Relax for almost all the way up. Squeeze through the core for 3, 2, 1. Arms go back. 3, 2, and 1. Last set. We can do it. Let's come all the way up. Drop the legs. 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms for 3, 2, and 1. Let's roll back. We're going to come to standing position. Releasing that bar. Taking our racks. Last exercise here. Let's push our feet pressed into that board. We're going to raise the right and up and down. Point that toe. Lift and lower the glute. Squeezing in the core. Last thing here before we stretch. Now we're gonna bring those glutes all the way down to the floor. Raise them back up. Down, up. Good. 6. You got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what's coming. Let's hold it high for 10. Up. Hold it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Opposite leg. Press the right foot in, up and lower. We're not touching those glutes on the ground just yet. We're pulsing, hovering them above the mat. Keep that breathing going. Now we start with tap the glute, bring it up high. Good. And 6 more to go. 6. You got to drive through the quad. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and get our calves. We're gonna come up and down. Tippy toe, bottom. On the ball of the foot, we're wearing a pair of heels. Up and down. Let's hold pulse on the ball of that foot. And hold. Squeeze through the ball of the foot. Squeeze. Good. We're gonna lift the legs all the way up and down with the glutes. Both legs pushing into the board. Squeezing through the abdominals. Now let's pulse it high. And hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's roll back onto our backs. We will stretch it out all the way forward. We're gonna take that left leg up to the top just like this. Point and flex that toe. Soft bend in the knee, grabbing right behind the knee. Point and flex. Each deep breath you take, you're gonna draw that leg closer to the face. And then we're gonna take the leg all the way over the body. Just like this, you're gonna put your left arm out, looking at those fingertips. Come forward, take that leg again, all the way out to the side. Big hip stretch here. We're back in. Taking the right leg behind, point and flex the toe. Take it out to the side. Look at those fingertips. Nice big stretch. We'll take the leg out, open up the hip. Using that right hand to push that knee closer down. And to center. We're gonna roll all the way up, grabbing onto the toes, slightly bending the knees. Elbows come up. Let's circle the arms. And forward. Open and close.